The start of the European Championships. In their penultimate warm-up game before they meet Holland at Villa Park on the 10th of June, the Scots have been beaten by the United States. Cobi Jones, the former Coventry City midfielder, scored the winner for the Americans. Gordon Durie, fresh from his hat-trick for Rangers in the Scottish Cup final, had given Scotland an early lead. Not much better for England, though they did at least win. But instead of the expected avalanche of goals, it was an embarrassing 90 minutes for England's best against a team made up mostly of has-beens and never-will-bees.
It was a game that counted for nothing and proved very little in terms of England's preparations for Euro 96. Newcastle's Steve Howe was clearly lacking match practice, and his error invited in Carlton Fairweather. Reminiscent of the start England gifted San Marino under Graham Taylor. Les Ferdinand did manage to convert one of England's few chances, and it was enough to give them victory in what was a dire game. Tony Adams found himself outstripped by striker Lee Bullen. David Seaman blocked to save England's blushes in a performance that was truly below par.
We didn't play as well as we can do, but I must say, we were saying that they're very well organised. I thought they did very well. I think they should get some credit. The way they defended, I thought they'd done very well.
So, 1-0, but England surely can't be too happy with that. 18 attempts, 7 on target. Look at the corner count, 13, and they didn't really threaten from any of them.
Well, Terry, probably a subdued performance today from England. Were the conditions very difficult?
No, that's fair. I mean, it's a bit humid and the grass is very long. I mean, but we're not going to complain about that because in general the pitch was good. We didn't play as well as we can do, but I must say, we were saying that they're very well organised. I thought they did very well. I think they should get some credit. The way they defended, I thought they'd done very well.
How much stronger do you now go into Euro 96 as a result of this Far East tour?
Yeah, I think we've got a lot out of it, and I think that it's an extra plus that we haven't got any injuries. I don't think we have anyway. Everyone looks okay, yeah.
So now it's a difficult time for you, decision time, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. It's a particularly difficult time, but there you go.
Have you got in your own mind it all sorted now, or have you still got some serious thinking to do about one or two places?
More or less sorted out now.
And what will you reflect on mainly as you fly back from this Far East tour?
I'll just reflect on the game. I mean, it was a magnificent performance in China, and we were really pleased because we know how good that side are capable of being. In fact, I think that all the recent internationals they've played, going back, they always seem to score goals. And we had a clean sheet again against them, and to score 3 goals in the fashion that we did was very heartening, and there were some very good individual performances that night. Today we started and stammered a little bit. We didn't really get the passing going, but in saying that, we was professional at the back. We actually took care of everything, really. They'd give us 1 or 2 scares, but in the main I thought we dealt with that very well. But I think they should get a little bit of credit too.
All right, listen Terry, thanks very much. Best of luck for Euro 96.
Thanks very much, thank you.
I think it was a good performance in China. Magnificent might be stretching a point. How would you assess this one?
Desperately disappointing. Looking at it, again, the main thing was we didn't get any injuries. I said before the game, these are the times you don't want anything playing this game. You could see from some of the faces on the players, they weren't up for it.
We don't want to be too harsh, surely, because if you're a professional, you've been there, you're a professional, you're out there, you know the serious stuff starts in 2 weeks' time. So we can't go overboard one way or the other, surely, about what we've seen today.
That game was ideal, to play well, to get width, to get good crosses in, have good habits about doing things. But we mentioned the corners there before, Richard. You could have said going into the, right, we're going to get lots of free kicks around the box, we're going to get lots of corner kicks, let's work on them. If they don't do anything else in the training because it's so humid, they can work on these as for the European Championships. As we've seen with the corners, they were just lobbed in the middle. All the same balls went right there around about the penalty spots. As being a defender, you know how to deal with them. We didn't worry them. There was nobody, there was no craft there to break them down. I know Terry said they played exceptionally well at the back and defended well. Well, they were there, they couldn't do anything else. But we didn't stretch them enough. There wasn't people making little 10-yard runs in the round box.
Sort of opposition England are going to come up against in Euro 96, did they? 1 goal, here it is, scored by Les Ferdinand in the first half. This is the only occasion, really, when England did open them up. There we are.
It's good control by McManaman. He gets to the byline here, which we've seen. Great bit of skill coming now.
But he didn't do this often enough, did he? On occasions when he had
did
one
get
player
past
to
the
beat
man.
and there was a byline to be
He
had.
did get past the man, but his choice, his final ball, a number of times he had it on his left foot.
There we are.
And okay, maybe he's not left-footed. That's beside the point. You can have a swinger at it, which would cause all sorts of problems. It didn't happen. And he should have done in the second half, more so. He kept getting that ball down on that left-hand side and coming back on his right
So
side.
what else disappointed you? Free kicks, obviously, set-piece situations such as the corners. What else?
The passing. The passing and movement was not there. There was only the likes of Paul Ince and Tony Adams who looked as though they were interested. The passing was sloppy. How many times we've seen the ball run out of play in that game was frightening.
There were occasions when England were almost caught as well, notably early in the first half when Steve Howe was under pressure. And here, Tony Adams looks like he's going backwards, doesn't he?
Footballers, you know, well, Tony's probably feeling a pinch of the humidity and everything, and you know you're going to get a chance. Those lads playing for Hong Kong, they'd know they would get a chance, and that was a glorious opportunity for them. But as Terry said, the main thing was at the back you stay strong, you try and keep a clean sheet. Doesn't matter what's going on in front of you, you do your job. Again, another disappointing aspect of it, why I cannot believe he's played 4 at the back. That was an ideal opportunity, was to play 3 and go get the width with the wing backs and then get that little bit of movement from the midfield, and he didn't take that opportunity.
But if he wins Euro 96, his Far Eastern tour and this performance today against Hong Kong will have been part of a build-up that he's got right.
Yeah, you would think so. Like, the games have been going quite well. I think they did play well in China. I wouldn't go overboard and say magnificent, but they did play well. We got 3 goals against Hungary. All very encouraging. Things are coming together. The lads will, as I know, have been on trips like that. They do bandy together, and the crack will have been good. Be good for them to be together. Now maybe a couple of days at home, but let's hopefully things were right. That is just totally disappointing because I felt the opportunity was there to score a lot of goals and we've not taken that chance.
Very, very quickly, what about England's chances at Euro 96?
I've stressed all along, people say England, no chance, this, that and the other. I think because it's in our own country, we have got a great chance. With the backing of our support, I feel that we can win the trophy.
Well, let's hope so. We wish England well. Of course, 1-0 today in Hong Kong, 3-0 against China. So the Far Eastern tour has been of, well, success in many respects. But at the end of what Terry Venables will consider sometimes a frustrating 2 years, he goes into Euro 96 on the back of some good results. Spirits are high. We wish them all the best. And from us, for the time being, that's it. Goodbye for now.
Sheringham. And it's in from Les Ferdinand, so England have broken through.
Sky Sports with Ford Escort takes you to the heart of the action.
It's cricket over on Sky Sports at the moment. Thankfully, today's weather, unlike yesterday, has not delayed the start of the third one-day international, where India are batting first against England. Meanwhile, next here on Sky Sports 2, Water Sports World, featuring offshore sailing and powerboat racing.
The trial that everyone's talking about.
They're going to convict.
You have no idea what they're going to do.
In a special feature-length presentation, the final verdict will be delivered tonight at 9 on Sky One.
And you will find, as I've said all along, that the true killer of Jessica Costello is not Neil Avedon.
The case concludes.
Murder One on Sky One.
Murder One, the verdict, tonight at 9, Sky One.
This is Sky Sports 2, part of the Sky Television Network.
This week in Motorsports World, we're off on the high seas once again. First with the big boys of offshore sailing, the 48-footers at the St. Martin Regatta. Then it's more big boys of offshore, this time the super-powered version, as the Class 1 season roars into life in Havana, Cuba. But we don't forget the small fry here on Watersports World, our report from the Topper World Championships in Dubai, coming up later in the programme.